Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Good morning on the West Coast, good afternoon everywhere else. Make sure you check in, let us know where you're watching from. Hey. Alright y'all, so I'm doing a fresh set today and I'm sculpting. Give me a second to share the live into a couple of groups, because y'all don't be doing it. When I ask, y'all so rude. Just kidding, love you. Alright y'all, so I am going to do some glow in the dark nails because you know how I am. Okay, but anyway, happy Sunday. Thanks for checking in. I gotta go to my real page in case I gotta block somebody today. Alright, cool. So she did a soak off. So we are going to do her extensions. Already almost done with the other hand. I just haven't designed it. So I have her in the UV lamp, the gel lamp for a little bit. Because I want to be doing foils, and when I'm doing foils, I always use a lot of and I use a lot of time to cure and bake that foil gel on there. I know some people only cure it for like a couple of seconds, but that's not the way our foil gel works. So I'm every time. So welcome to the live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification button so that you guys can be notified. And I do save all of my lives, so if you miss a part or you come in late, don't worry, you can always come back and watch it later. And this is the cuticle bit from Cetone. The cuticle bit, and this is just removing any of that dead skin. And I'm going to lightly etch the surface of her nails. So this is a medium sanding band that I'm using. Now normally I use a fine, but because I was using the same sanding band on her other hand, it's a little bit seasoned and less sharp. Oh my God, y'all, there's an African church next door. I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. It really is an African church. next door. So if you hear some Rafiki noises, maybe something that you heard on Black Panther, anything like that, it's not me, y'all. It's the church next door. The people who used to be in this building said that they're cold. They said they're cold. I have no idea. I've never even seen the people. Sometimes y'all, they be in here from like midnight to 5 in the morning. Turning up. Practicing, I guess. Good morning. I see some of y'all checking in. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live. I'll move my phone over to the side a little bit. Oh, thank you guys. I see you guys sharing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, y'all. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope that you are safe and healthy. This very thin layer of see-through super clear, and it's just going to be a base coat between her natural nails and the extension. I always feel like the base coat, whether it is acrylic or hard gel, I feel like it makes the form sit a little bit better. It's not as warm in my room as it normally is, but I actually am about to turn on the heater, get a little bit of heat flowing through here so that my acrylic is not setting so slow. And then I'm gonna do each nail one at a time for you guys. That way you can see the whole process. These are forms. They're long extendo forms and they're pretty sticky. So that's why I like them. Well, not pretty sticky. So that's why I like these forms. I'm not going to do much to her natural nail before I get started. I'm going to apply the first bead and the apex. And I'm just going to use this clear to extend her nails. We're going to do an almond shape today, which is not a hard shape to do at all. I'm going to bring her nails out to about a 4.5. And I'm going to be using this glow in the dark white. It is called Kanye. It is available on Cetone. They're fun, cool nail tech goodies. We do have bling boxes and a couple of goodie bags still left. Okay, so I'm just gonna pat and pull it down. I like the soft white effect rather than a creamy opaque white. And I'm using a size 14 brush right now. And I'm going to encapsulate each nail when I'm done with it. I'm going to encapsulate it in see-through super clear. So I'm going to apply that base coat and then the color, and then go back in and encapsulate so that I'm not using up all of my color. And happy Sunday, guys. Feel free to drop your Instagram links, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, your website, whatever it is you do or sell. And also make sure that when you plug yourself in to get some more followers, when you add your Instagram or your Facebook or your YouTube, whatever, make sure that you comment where you're located at, because people are watching from all over. So just because you're wherever you are doesn't mean that everybody knows. Well, everybody else knows where you are. You're at. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all tongue twisted. Scissors. And I'm going to switch to a bigger brush now. This is my size 17. Pick up a nice size bead, place it right here in the apex area. Okay, so I'm going to apply the glow white, soft white. It's called Kanye. Glows in the dark. So I'm going to show you guys the glow at the end. And again, this size brush is a size 17, so it's on the bigger side. Definitely picks up a lot more liquid and product. Shoot. Good morning. I see you guys checking in. Good morning. Good afternoon to some of you guys. I see a lot of people like watching. It's showing me that you guys are watching, but I don't see a lot of the comments. So I'm gonna try to switch to my other page and maybe I can see some comments better that way. Okay, so same process. I'm just going to extend the nail, the length, and then I'm going to go in with my color and encapsulate. And size 17 brush to pick up nice big beads. is all applied, I'm going to go in with my see-through super clear and encapsulate that entire nail. That's going to protect the color from any scratch marks or scuffs from the file or the e-file, and it also builds up the apex and the thickness of the nail, because you don't want to build that up with all of your color. Your clear obviously costs less, so that's what you want to use more of. Something my mom says about nail school, she says, you're there for your hours, not your flowers. And so basically, that what that means is you're there to get something out of it, which is your hours if you're in nail tech school. But it may not be fun. It may not be comfortable. You may not have a good teacher. All that stuff. You may run into a lot of mishaps during the educational part of your nail career, or the majority educational part of your nail career. But just remember that you're not there to make friends. You're not there to become the best nail technician in the world. You're not there to learn how to run a successful business. You are just there to get your hours, your practical and theory hours, so that you could take state board, you could pass the test, you can get your license, and you can get into a salon where you can gather real experience, real salon experience. I know a lot of techs don't like when I say this, but it's the truth. If you don't have any salon experience and you've only been in a suite by yourself or home base, you're not going to be a full-blown, completely well-rounded nail technician because you don't have salon experience. And from that, or from working at so many salons, one, I learned that I can't work for nobody. I had to learn that the hard way. I can't work for anybody. I can't let anybody else make my schedule. That's just not how how I want life to work. So it doesn't work like that for me. So I learned that I can't work for people. And if I do work for people, I can't work for people who are not nail technicians. I want to work for people who understand my job and my career. I don't want to work for people who are pimping nail technicians. So I had to learn that from my salon experience. I had to learn how to still do a good job at what I'm doing in an uncomfortable environment, or outside of my creative thinking zone, or around a lot of people who you might not even like. I learned, and also working at a salon, I didn't have discretion amongst clients, meaning I wasn't able to choose my clients. I was taking whoever was walking in or whoever made an appointment, because it was a very, very popular nail salon, and people were coming from all over the country, even from other states, to come to this nail salon. And so I didn't have the discretion to say, okay, you're crazy, you're talking to me crazy, and you're just now booking, so I don't want to take you as a client. Like, that's happened to me before. There's been plenty of times where I just didn't get a good vibe from the initial conversation and I declined the appointment. But years, because I was working in a salon that didn't allow me to do that. I got the work that they gave me, and so that made me have to deal with a lot of shitty clients. Like, man, I've had the worst of the worst. But because of that, I was able to grow and learn from those terrible experiences, or those great experiences. The client that I'm with now, my Brandy, the client that I'm with now met me years ago in Beverly Hills at that salon. This is literally like, she's not even my client, she's my family. Literally, she's went everywhere I go. She has came to the hood to get her nails done by me. She's come to Beverly Hills. She's literally, she comes wherever I go. She's loyal because she loves me, not the establishment that I'm in, but she loves me. So for myself, I had to, if I hadn't gotten that salon experience and dealt with the ugliness and I wouldn't have met some of the best people that I've met in my life. So I learned how to operate a salon. I learned how to value employees, how to understand just being the boss or being in charge of so many people, especially women. You have to be a certain type of person to do this every day. You're holding hands every day. You're talking to people all day. You're coming in contact with different energies, and with me doing that and learning how to do that and not having that discretion amongst clients, I had to definitely mold the way that I thought. I had to mold the way that I worked. I had to definitely make a lot of personal and lifestyle changes. Just I'm grateful now that it pays the bills, it feeds the children, it does what it needs to do. But when I first started doing nails, it was not paying the bills, y'all, for years. I wasn't consistent. I wasn't really taking it as seriously as I should have been. And it took me years to really build up a lot of skill. And some of my skill, y'all, that you see now is skill that I've literally obtained within the last few years. I've been doing nails for 10 years. And so it's been as of later in my career that I am truly growing as a nail technician. But all those years that I put in to being a nail tech, that maybe wasn't the best for me at that time. But I went through all those years and all those learning experiences. People give me advice, and I've been thankful that I've lived to see the advice be wrong. Like, I've seen some advice be proven wrong, and I've seen some advice be proven correct, or to reign true amongst just stylists in general. But please, if you can, I understand the plight of, ooh, I can't work for nobody. Ooh, I do not want to punch in the clock. I totally understand that. But remember that you can get so much more education just by showing up to the nail salon every day. Every single day, just show up every day. And you will truly. It doesn't mean you can't have a little side business on the side, like maybe you have a studio that you work in Monday through Friday, and then you work at a salon on Saturday and Sunday when they're busy, or you alternate, or however you want to do it. But try your hardest to get in some salon experience, even if it's just for a short. Definitely teach you the people skills that you need in order to thrive in this business, because everybody can't be a nail tech. Everybody cannot do this job. It takes a lot of not just skill and perseverance, just energy in general. It takes a lot of energy to be who a nail tech is. A nail tech is not just a nail tech. We're psychologists and we're healers, and we're best friends. Some of us are soulmates. If you believe in soulmates the way that I do, I believe soulmates never stay. They come to teach you a lesson, and then they move on about their lives, or they transition into the next universe, or whatever it is. But for me, when it comes to the way that I built my business, not off of what everybody said I should do, but what was most comfortable for me. So that's what you guys always hear me teaching. Be comfortable. Get comfortable. Learn how to be comfortable. But also, don't be so comfortable and complacent that you're not growing. Think outside of the box. Go work for somebody for a year. 365, just a year, y'all. Go work for somebody in a salon maybe a high-end salon or a spa or something. Get that experience, and you never know who you're going to meet doing what you're doing. This is a ministry. You're holding hands. You are teaching, learning. You cry with your clients. You laugh with your clients. You go through major life events, and you'll definitely be missing out if you don't ever get that salon experience. That's just my personal opinion. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, if you don't get it, you're going to suck forever. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that try it. I feel the same way about college. I'm not going to push my kids to go to college. I'm not going to tell my kids, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to be this, you got to get this bachelor's. I'm not going to tell my kids that, because I know that college isn't for everybody. And maybe they want to study abroad, or they want the world to be their teacher. That's fine. I just know that everybody's different, and college isn't for everybody. But I do want my children, I will always encourage my children to go and get the college experience. Go for a year. Go for 2 semesters. Try it for 1 semester. See how you like it. I will never tell them don't do it, but I'm not going to force them to do it either. I want them to get that experience and try it and see if they like it. And if they don't, cool. Mom will help you figure out something else to sow your seeds. So that's, I don't know, all that in a gist. But this is one heck of a career. From nail school to the salon to the people that you meet, the friends that you make, the things that you learn. Like, you really got to be a different kind of person to be a nail technician. You got to have a lot of patience. You have to love learning. You have to self-teach. You definitely have to be a good time manager. If it takes you 8 hours to do a set, that's okay. As long as you're honest with yourself and you're honest with your clients that it takes you 8 hours to do a set. There's nothing worse than telling somebody that it's going to take you 2 hours, but really it took you 6. Now you've pissed that client off. 3, your client's is going to be pissed for the next 3 hours. But if you tell your client, hey, it's going to take me 8 hours to do this set, whatever. So please expect to be here between 8 to 9 hours. And let's say you finish in 4. Then it's like, oh, then your client's all happy. They left early, yada, yada, yada. So be honest with your client. Be honest with yourself. A lot of us are not honest with ourselves about time. When it comes to teaching, it takes me so much longer to do a set. Or when I'm recording, it takes me longer to do a set. And I have to understand that about myself, and I have to be okay with that. If it's taking me too long to do something, then, excuse me, if I'm not honest with myself and telling hours, or this will take you this many hours. If I'm not honest with myself, then I'm rushing myself when I get to that point in time that's unrealistic and I set for myself. Now I'm frustrated and I'm rushing, and my work doesn't come out as well as I wanted it to. But if I'm honest with myself, I'm honest with the client, who's calling her every 10 minutes, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how. And your time management will definitely keep your anxiety down, because a lot of us do have anxiety, and sometimes we hate knowing that there's a client waiting on the other side of the door, or in the front, in the lobby, or in their car. And so we get to rush in, and then it all turns out to be a disaster. The whole day turns out to be a disaster. So yeah, be honest with yourself. Be honest with your timing. Know that every client is not for you. Don't feel bad. My mom has always told me since the beginning of my career, when you lose one client, you're going to gain 2 more. It's okay. Let people be free. Let people go and live. Let people cheat on you. I love when people cheat on me, because then when they come back, they're so much more appreciative of my work and the experience that they get with me. So let people cheat on you. Give people their space, their room. It's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to pay the bills, but if it's what you and you're going to let it eventually it'll make you happy. Damn, I said all that from one question about about nail school. Yeah, so it's not always going to be fun and it's not always going to be easy. But get your hours in, pass state board, get into a salon for whatever amount of time that you want to be in. Just understand the way that the clocks turn. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to be successful if you don't go to a salon. That is not the case at all. I'm just saying that you could definitely add a lot of merit to your belt if you have some salon experience. It's the easiest way to learn. It's the easiest way to pick up on your speed. It's the easiest way to learn how to deal with people. Yeah, this is one of those jobs where you got to be a people person and introverts. That's why we sit in our own little suites by ourselves with all of our pretty colors and we have such amazing conversation because we are introverts. A lot of us as artists just we find so much solace in the fun stuff that we're doing. But you have to kind of switch that off so that you could bond and not only bond but like co-create with your client. So your client wants this or your client wants that. You have to know and assess your client's needs. You have to keep, some clients don't want to talk to you and some clients want to talk to you the entire time. What that client needs in that moment on that day, and it's going to change every other appointment. So you as a nail technician, as a friend, a family member, you're going to have to learn how to protect your energy as well as give out good energy when good energy all day. Like I'm always nice to the to like fast food workers because I don't know what the other person in front of me may have pissed that person off and I want to trust that person with my food. So I'm always kind and nice to fast food workers. There's things that you have to change about apply your career to everyday things. So be nice to your I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the word be nice to everybody. So basically you want to be kind to not just the CEO, you want to be kind to the janitor. You want to be kind to the person making your food. You want to be kind to your client. You want to be kind as a beauty technician. I had another conversation about this the other day. As a beauty technician, if I'm doing nails for another beauty technician, I hold them to a little bit of a higher standard because if you're in the beauty and all that stuff works, so you know how my job works firsthand. So if you show up late or you cancel last minute or you don't want to pay a deposit, then you're not being that you would want your client being to you. I know I'm just preaching and rambling, but it's just I'm just going on and on and on because there's so much to go into this job and sitting on this side of the desk. So much more learning that I have to do. I'm not perfect. I don't ever want to be perfect. I always want to learn and grow and do more and teach more. And I'm always happy when you guys teach me. I'm happy that one day I got the ball on social media and be able to talk to people and learn more about my industry because it's a different industry in every state, in every city. It's the nail industry is very broad. So I've definitely enjoyed the process of building this page and building these relationships. It's been a road. And one of my nail tech friends that I worked with in Birmingham, she helped me understand that everybody doesn't have the same goal when it comes to nails. Most nail techs want their own salon, or they want like a full service salon or something like that. That's what most nail techs actually want. For some nail techs, for me, that's not the goal. I don't ever want to open up a salon. I know one day I'll probably have to, but I never want to open up a salon ever. Um, but that's where C-tones comes in, because I'm still able to have extra income and I still get to do what I love. It's an extension of what I already do and what I love. And it's, like I said, a different stream of income, so I don't need to have a salon. That C-tones is my salon. That's what the salon is to me. C-tones was not the goal, but I'm glad that C-tones gave me a goal. Starting C-tones gave me a goal, which is to be a great nail supplier. But I never wanted to be a salon owner. I never wanted to deal with the cattiness of owning a salon. I never wanted to deal with like the hiring process, or all the overhead expenses and all that crazy stuff. That does not sound fun or appealing to me at all. But what my friend said in when I worked in another state all those years ago, she's like, there's more to this career than just wanting to have a salon in a couple years. It's more to it. Some of us want to be teachers. Some of us want to be medical nail technicians. Some of us want to mortuaries, funeral homes. There's so many avenues that you can take on this road, on this career, and it's not just, okay, I'm gonna own a nail salon. So many different roles that you can take with this profession. So explore them and have fun. And if you love it, you're gonna find your niche. Making acrylic colors, that's my thing. I didn't know that for a long time, but my thing is making colors. I love it. It's therapeutic for me. Even when they're bad, they're good. So that's me adding on to my career so that I could spend more time, like I mentioned yesterday, I could spend more time at home with my kids, because I put my career, my nail career, on camera. I put it online for people to learn and grow, and for me to share some or all of my knowledge. But if you would have told me this first started, I would have thought that the goal was just to have a salon just like everybody else. But there's so many other goals that you can make for yourself. And always remember why you're doing it. I think that's the only thing that's going to keep you doing it all the time, and not giving up when times get slow or difficult. You have to remember why you started. A lot of people have amazing stories of their whys. Why I started doing nails, why I started nail school. I've heard amazing stories. So just know that you started doing this for a reason. It's not always going to be easy. You may not learn anything of value in school. Always keep learning. Like I said yesterday, I had to I had the one from 10 years ago, and I believe it was like edition 4, like the 4th edition. But now Milady's has like a 7th or 8th edition, so I had to upgrade my Milady's nail book. When you're out of school, that doesn't mean toss your nail book in the trash. Your nail book is still going to be your best friend. There may be a point in time, we were talking yesterday about funguses. You may not know if it's a fungus or a greenie. You may have to pull your book out and do some reading so that you can help a client. And it may be something that's always been in your book, but your teacher never went over it. Um, that's the kind of school I was in. That's the kind of school I had. I didn't have the best. I didn't have a I didn't have a good nail instructor. She was a cosmetology instructor, and she didn't know how to do nails herself, but she was on the payroll, and that's who had to teach me and my mom and my aunt, how to do nails and how to pass state board. So luckily, I passed it and I got my license. But after I got my license, I was so uneducated about my own career. I didn't know what MMA was. When I graduated, I had no idea what MMA was. A lot of big words that I still can't say. I wasn't able to say then. I really thought I failed. I knew that I failed my state board test. I felt it was just a bad day. I was almost late. My kit was in the trunk for months, so my acetone evaporated, and I had no clue until it was time to use it. And the reason why I had to use my acetone is because she told me to paint one finger, and I painted three. And once I got to the third finger, she was like, I only told you to polish one. I was like, oh snap, sorry. So then I reached into my box, bone dry, empty. So I tried to wipe the polish off with my sleeve and some napkins. I tried to file it off, like smear it off of those other two nails. It was a really bad, rough experience. I felt terrible. And I was the second to last person that they called license. So when you get your license, they don't tell you what you missed. They don't tell you what you may have lost points for. They don't do any of that. They just give you your license, and then that's it. But if you do fail, then they'll give you a printout of what you failed, what was too low or whatever. Yeah, state board was rough for me. But here I am, 10 years later, online, teaching people, and I enjoy it. I'm able to stay home with my kids. And they get to see me building a business from scratch, our family building a business. That's a plus. Oh, and you're also going to learn about family and friends, and respecting time. I've had plenty of occasions where I had to tell a family member or a friend, I love you, but you're not about to play with my career. This is my craft. This is what I love to do. This is what feeds my kids, and you're bullshitting. So once you stop, then maybe we can do a little bit of business together. That lasted some years until one day I realized if I want to keep a healthy relationship with a family member or a friend, then it's best that I not do. It's best that I don't do their name. Business and my talent involved, and it's being taken for granted because you and I have all not what we're gonna do. You don't get to walk all over me or use me. You don't get to go down the street to the Vietnamese salon. You don't get to pay them $80 and say how much you hate your nails, and then I do your nails, and then you give me $30 or $40 like my work is less than what you're already paying. It's just a lot, y'all. It's a lot that goes into like family and friends and doing their nails, and some people can handle it, but I've realized in recent years that I'm just not one of those people that can handle balancing a friendship or a relationship within my career. Give all of this time and effort into my clients who looked high and low for me, and I'm not their backup. I am somebody that they're always going to come and see. I'm not just like, oh, you know what? I can't find nobody to do my nails today. My cousin do nails. And then call, yeah, no, that's not how it is. My clients truly love me genuinely for me. And sometimes your family make you feel like they love you for what you do or what your talent is or what your craft is. And that's never a good feeling. And it's so hard to explain it to people who themselves because they just feel like, oh, we're family, so my nails are free forever. Not so much. So yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't do well with family members, but but I still do my mom's nails. Well, I don't still do my mom's nails. I haven't done my mom's nails in a long time, but um yeah, I do my mom's nails. I do my auntie's nails because my aunties helped raise me. My mom, I ain't scared of her or nothing because she can't catch me. But, I do my mom's nails. She gave birth to me, allegedly. So she deserves a set or two every now and again. My sisters, no. My sisters are out on their own. I have one sister I think she lives in Memphis. I got one sister, but she's married. And then I have another sister who she's like an hour away in Victorville, which is in the middle of nowhere. All spread out, so that's why you guys are like, well, you got all them sisters, why you don't do your sisters' nails? Because we're spread out, y'all. We're spread out. We see each other's at dad's house. I went to Alabama the other week, y'all, and I almost did not come home. I loved it so much. But if I go to Alabama, I really wouldn't have nobody's nails to do. Because I don't think maybe like one or two female family members in the South. Like, I literally have no female family members in the South. It's crazy. All my family out there, they're all men. They're all boys. It's crazy. And then out here, my mom and her Brady Bunch sisters, and then me and all my sisters. It's a lot of girls out here, but no, I don't have. I still don't have like a bunch of models or a bunch of people that I do their nails. Oh, and I'm sorry that I haven't posted my Amazon store in a while. I know some of y'all be looking for it, but I will post my Amazon store for you guys again. these files that I'm using are 80 grit hand files, and they are by Carlash. They are so far my favorite files. So far. I haven't found any that have topped them as of yet, but I do like these 80 grit files, these hand files. They're more of like 100 grit, I feel, but they get the job done. I'm sorry.
Don't rip off.
Thank you guys so much for the stars. I see a few of you guys. Thank you, mine. Thank you. I know there are other people who send me stars, but I want to thank you guys so much for your support. This is a medium sanding band. Okay, so the last part with my e-file, I am going to be using my cone bit. That's cone like ice cream cone, C-O-N-E. And that's going to seal and blend the cuticle area and remove any of that excess product that may have flooded there.
sent him those those nuts and bolts nails. He's like, those are the worst.
Those are next.
I was like, you should. I'm like, she said those are next.
Next, we're gonna put inches and everything hanging off of it.
That's probably the nails you want.
Yup. That and the Hennessy nails.
Oh God, my dad would die. He's like, don't do that.
We're gonna have to prank both of them. It's gonna be hilarious.
Like, look at my nails. They'd lose it. Even if we did just one, they would lose it. He said, if I get those nails, then I can just move in and live with you.
Tell him don't threaten us with a good time. Hater. He's a hater.
Okay, because Onyx got to stay there with him. He'd be like, no, you got to take her.
Y'all come get her every other weekend.
Right.
And this is foil gel that I'm going to use today. Do them. I took them off yesterday. I was supposed to do them today. I was supposed to do them last night actually, but you know how that goes. I just daydreamed about it. all of the foils that I just used and the foil gel that I use is called Ultra Stick. It is available on ctones.com, as well as the glow white acrylic underneath that I'm going to be showing you guys the glow of. The glow white that I use today is called Kanye, and it is available.
So pretty.
Yes,
Summertime.
summertime. Right? Okay. Okay, go ahead and switch. This top coat that I'm using is by IBD. It's the Intense Seal. And then the matte top coat that I'm using is by... They are catching all of the Holy Ghost.
Right, always something.
Okay, go ahead, switch. Get some crystals out. Use this crystal tray. This is an old mix of crystals that I have. I don't need that many. I have some of all forward a little bit. Oh yeah, just put it to the side. Wax pencil from California Boutique. I think I have some Mia Secret resin with me. I think I just lied. I don't. Okay, so I'm going to use the brush-on resin, the self-activating brush-on resin from Star Nails. And this is my resin activator you can get from Sally's. go ahead and put them both in the lamp. Alrighty guys, so I'm done. I am going to show you guys the glow. Then I'm going to moisturize, take some pictures, and get out of your face. Thank you so much for already. Please share the live, and also comment where you're watching from. It's never too late to share. It's never too late to comment. You can always come back and rewatch the live if you missed anything. But I thank you guys for spending some time with me today. Happy Sunday. So remember, the glow acrylic that I use today is called Kanye. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's not super dark in my studio enough to see the glow. Oh, there we go. They do glow. Well, it's not super dark in here, but enough. You guys get a little sneak peek of what that looks like in the dark. So I love you guys. I thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget that all of the stuff that you saw me using can be found on ctones.com. The color that I use today is called Kanye. All of these crystals are available from California Boutique on ctones.com. And the foil gel and the foils you can also find on ctones.com. So I love you guys. Thank you for bless.